Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Saturday, March 26, 2022. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here and that you're spending part of your day or your evening with me. Thank you so much for stopping by. We are getting really close to 4,000 subscribers, so that's really exciting and really fun. And when we hit 4,000, we'll definitely be doing a little giveaway. So if you watch regularly and you enjoy my videos, then maybe think about subscribing. Hope you enjoyed that picture at the beginning there, right as I was about to hit record. Well, I just hit record and Jack decided to hop up and hop up on the table here and walk through. So anyway, welcome back. I hope you had a great week. My week has been wonderful. It's been very busy. It's been great. I took the week off for spring break, so I've gotten a lot done around the house. I've had some appointments, just, my regular mammogram, which I actually haven't had since before the pandemic, so I was a little late. But Candy, I got my mammogram on Thursday, so that feels really good. Got my hair cut yesterday. So we are ready to go into kind of the home stretch of class. When we get back on Monday from spring break, we have just about a month and then the semester is over. So this week has been really good. I've been really productive, gotten a lot done, like I said, around the house, working on the craft room. The rest of this weekend, I'm going to spend kind of spring cleaning the house, deep cleaning the bathrooms, and things like that, just to kind of go into April feeling really strong and like the house is in good shape and good order. Thank you all so very much for your lovely birthday greetings, both on last week's video and on Facebook and all the groups and everything. My birthday was on Tuesday. It was a wonderful, wonderful day. I definitely felt showered with love. What did I do? I did some stitching. I cuddled with the boys. I took a nap, and then some friends took me out to a wonderful Italian dinner. So it was a lovely, lovely day, and I got phone calls and messages throughout the day. So I definitely felt very loved, and it was a really fun, wonderful, kind of perfect birthday, really. So thank you all so much. I haven't replied to all the comments from last week's video, so I'm still working on that. You would think I would have more time this week because I wasn't working, but my days have just been very, very full. But good. I'm feeling productive and I'm feeling motivated, which is really nice. And I think kind of the shift in weather definitely helps. Even though I'm not really a spring person, I have allergies. I'm like sitting here with my Claritin, not sponsored, and all that. So, but we're good. So I will finish going through the comments and make sure that I address any questions next week that anybody has. So because it's been my birthday week, it's been a busy stitching week. I have a finish. I have 3 new starts this week. No wonder I've been so busy. So that'll be fun. So first up, let's do the finish. So my finish is Carolyn and Her Cats. This is designed by Lynette Peters. I'll link her Etsy shop down below. This is stitched on 18 count Aida. That Lynette sent this all to me. Oh, I didn't bring the floss. I had a little bit of floss left over. This is the Cottage Threads. I'm sorry, I'm not remembering the name. It's an Australian thread. And Garon just got a thread. They're going to do a thread of the month club with these threads, and so I signed up. You can email them at garontotenbags@gmail.com to see if they still have spots available. I think they were limiting it to 100 spots. But I think the floss, which Lynette also sent me, is beautiful. I love the pattern. I mean, it's called Carolyn and Her Cats. Now, this center pattern, if you don't have cats, there's dogs. You can mix and match. There's some I think holiday patterns as well. So I'll leave a link down to her shop down below so you can look at it. But this is done. I love it so much. I can't wait to FFO it. I'm going to just do it on sticky board with some really pretty fabric. And I actually went and bought the fabric at Joann's, so I am ready to go. And I just need to find a moment to FFO it. So maybe by next week you'll see this FFO'd. So that took me a total of 18 and a half hours. And that is the first goal of the year has been met. So in the front of my planner, I have all these sheets. I have taped my yearly goal. And when I complete the goal, we cross them out in yellow. And so the first goal is complete. First finish that was a goal of the year. So again, Lynette, thank you so much. This was such a fun stitch. And what pushed me to finish it this month was we're doing the Spring into Action. It goes through tomorrow. Spring into Action pop-up challenge in the Magazine Monthly Facebook group. So the challenge is 5 hours or 500 stitches on your whip closest to a finish. And so I was able to finish this up in about 2 hours, and I'm not sure I'm going to have time to do the rest of it, but that's okay because I'm not eligible to win the prizes anyway. So that was my finish, and then let's do new starts next. So one of my new starts for spring is Spring Montage. It's by Pain Free Crafts, and the art is by Janice Stever, and this is what it will look like. It is a full coverage. It's 340 stitches by 435 high, and I'm starting up here in the upper left-hand corner. I'm starting this with Stitching Mommy, so Sarah is doing it too, and we're going to start each of them on the first day. So summer, she's already started winter. I'll start summer on the first day of summer and so forth because I need more seasonal stitches. The Quakers are going well. In the next year or two, all of the Quakers will be finished. So why not start something new? Okay, so this is stitched on a 32 count white even weave. This is how far I got. I worked on it for 2 evenings, so about 6 hours, and I got 613 stitches in. The first evening was super easy because there wasn't a lot of confetti, because it was just kind of this border. And then the second evening I said, okay, I want to start in here now and start working, filling in this section. And there's a lot of confetti. There's one of these rows has like 9 different colors in it. So it is a lot of confetti in certain areas, other areas not so much. But it's a really fun stitch, and it's really light and bright, and I kind of love it. And you can already see, here's a flower coming in here, and you can see the outline of one there. So it's kind of fun to see that coming together. I use Pattern Keeper. There's cat hair all over this. If I had black cats, the cat hair wouldn't be as noticeable. But yeah, I am using Pattern Keeper, so it makes it super easy. So now when you're seeing it, I have the outline of this flower done, and this one is flower done, and I'm just starting on this branch. When I started with this dark brown color, after doing all these like really light yellows and beiges, and then it pulled out the brown, this really dark brown. I think it's 3371 maybe. I thought surely I must have made a mistake in picking my colors because it was just so jarring to see that dark cover color after doing so many light ones. But it's correct. So that is all good. It's really fun to work on, and it's really fun to start like a big new project. I don't know, because I'm starting this new this year, I will not have a specific goal on it for this year. So it might come out again. We'll just have to see. My second new start, which was for my birthday, was Alpine Seasons Garden, and I'll put a picture here for you to see it. I'm stitching this on whatever the called for is, and I don't have that yet. I think it's a 28 count. But I don't know the name. I'll have to look up the name. Oh, I almost dipped that in my coffee. So, I just worked on this one evening, so I'll bring it in. But if you look back, you can kind of see the outline of the mountains and the pine trees. So that's what I got done. That's just all cross stitches so far. I think I'm a little bit in my head about it, because it's my first chatelaine. I'm a little nervous that I started it. I mean, I thought I found the center, but it feels, well, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I got a little nervous because I was like, is that actually the center? But I think it's okay. It looks okay on here. But yeah, so far, so good. Now, chatelaines, because there's so many specialty stitches, don't work with Pattern Keeper. So what I did is I put it in GoodNotes, and you can highlight directly in GoodNotes. So I used my iPad and my Apple Pencil, and I just go in and highlight. And that's working very well, very easy. So I got some work done on that, and it feels really good. I am using my Q-snap because I was going to put on my lap stand frame from Hearthside Craftworks, but I ran out of the Velcro tape, and I haven't ordered it. I have to order some new additional tape, so it's not on the. I will eventually put it on the lap stand frame, I think. And I know some people bead as they go. The instructions say bead last, so I think I'm gonna follow the instructions and just bead last. I was gonna bead as I went, but I think I'm gonna just bead last and try to follow the instructions to a T. Instructions to a coffee. Get it? And then we'll see what happens. But so far, so good. It's just cross stitches so far. So fingers crossed. Okay. My last start, which I started on last night, I believe. This is in my daisy bag from Garan, and I just had to show it to you and then there's little daisies inside. And of course, the piece is Dreaming of Daisies by Rosewood Manor. So this is a piece that I love. I bought it. Daisies are my favorite flower, as you know. It's my birthday month, and it's also focused on a designer, is Rosewood Manor this month. So I figured, okay, that's good. So I was able to justify another new start. So this is stitched on, it's called Storm. It is, oh gosh, is it 28 or 32? I think it's 32 count. It's 32 count Storm by Cross Wing Collection. This is what the piece looks like. This was one of my fabrics from the Rogue Stitching Fabric of the Month Club from last year. So this is how far I got last night. Again, I worked on about 3.5 hours or so. So I got this backstitch daisy word, and then I got this first motif done. This one is a bit smaller than like the Quakers that I'm working on. The Quakers they're each 9 pages long. I mean, they're not full pages. This one is only 6 pages only. But I love the pops of blue there, right? And this is my needle minder. She's so cute. I love her. Because I don't have a daisy needle minder, believe it or not. So that is Storm. And again, like I said, I don't know when I'll pull this out next, but it's another fun stitch. And I'm using all the called for. It's Weeks Dye Works. So. And then on the spring montage, the other thing I wanted to know, I forgot to mention, is that a lot of that time I also spent getting my floss ready. So I've collected all the floss, but I haven't necessarily taken it out of the skeins yet. And so my approach to like the full coverage is I want to start stitching on it. And then when I come to a color that is still in the skein, I'll take it off the skein. So that takes a little bit of time away of stitching, but I don't stop my timer. So hopefully the logic would be once I get all of those off the skeins and prepped, then I'll be able to spend more of my time stitching. Okay, so those were the 3 new starts. I showed you my finish, and then I had one regular whip. This week I worked on Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I am still on square 3 here. But it's still March. It's only the 3rd month. So I'm hopeful. I don't know. So this is where we're at. So I have filled in these doors. There's a door handle. You can't really see it. It's basically the same color as the outline. It's very, very faint. These windows all have their little yellow light on in it. I need to do the same over here, but I filled in this whole part of the house and I stitched on the roof. We had our Magazine Monthly Challenge monthly Zoom call this morning, so I was able to get some more rows of the roof done. I think I only have 2 more rows of the roof, and then that's done. Then, so I should be able to do that. Then if we look at here, so you can see where I'm at, and then there's a little chimney, and then there's, I call them floating trees. I know they're supposed to be like in the background, I think, not actually floating, but to me they look like floating trees. So I have all of those floating trees to do. Now basically, well, I'll talk about this in plans, but basically this is only getting 2 more days this month. Do you think I can do it? Do you think I can finish this in 2 more days? I think it's possible, actually. I think, maybe. So that's where we're at with Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. So it was a good stitching week. I feel like I got a good amount done. I got a lot of new starts, which, you know, I need another new start like I need a hole in the head, which is not at all. But it was fun. It was a really fun way to kind of celebrate my birthday and enjoy some of these designs I've been eyeing all along. So very happy about that. So let's go into haul. So I have some birthday. I don't have any haul that I've bought. I'm still waiting on my market haul Fortnite Fabrics. I ordered a piece of Fortnite Fabrics fabric, and they had to dye everything. And so I just got a notification this morning that Fortnite Fabrics will be shipping to Garan on Monday. So maybe by midweek, I'll get invoiced. And then they will, of course, they have super fast shipping. So maybe by next week, I'll be able to, next week or the following week, I'll be able to show you my market haul. But I did get some birthday stitchy goodness. So first up is from my friend Sam. She got me this Madame Lafitte. This is on my 123 stitch wish list. It's, forgive my pronunciation, Bastis des Chats. We looked it up, and this basically means foolery. Batiste means foolery. So it's like foolery of cats, or I think the literal translation is cat nonsense. Look how darling they are, and they are. They're just nonsensical, like tipping. I mean, it's just so cute. So she got me this, which I love, and then she had it all kitted up for me. I was so impressed. I'm like, wow, you got me all the DMC. How did you do that? She's like, there was an add all button. She doesn't stitch. She's like, there's an add all button. So I just clicked add all. So this is kitted up. She's like, I didn't get the fabric because it was out of stock. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll have a fabric at home I have a fabric here that will work just fine for this. So I'm not sure when I'm going to start it, but I love it. So thank you to Sam. And then I got from my dear friends, Gary and Ronnie, I got this flamingo bag. Was this a bag of the month? I'm not sure. But, oh my gosh, with the hearts in it, I love it. So very sweet. And then they got me the matching 11 by 11 grime guard and the matching mini bag. So I love that. This is going to be great for a summer piece. And then they also got me this matching very darling needle minder. And this is by Rocky Mountain Needle Minders, Karen DeRoche. And you can follow them on Facebook or email them. Look at that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And then I got some other things. I'm not sure if it's wanted for me to share or not, so I'm going to hold off until I hear back from them. But I did get a few other stitchy goodness, but I'm just waiting for confirmation. So Thank you so much for your generosity. And I mean, I'm telling you, I was just showered with love. Oh, and my parents got me money for framing, which is something that I've really wanted, and that will come in so handy. So I can take finally like Harbor Haven that's been finished for a long time. So I can take that, get that finished or framed. So it'll be really, really fun to do that, and I look forward to do that. I can do that basically anytime now. All right, so we're moving into plans already. So for plans, I'm just waiting not so patiently on the WIPCO numbers for next month to be drawn. So I'm not quite sure what those WIPCO numbers will be or what the projects will be. To be fair, she usually says she'll draw it on the 27th of each month. Today's only the 26th. So we will see tomorrow what the WIPCO pieces will be. Now, our theme for Magazine Monthly Challenge, our theme for April is literature. And so mine is not a magazine piece, but I decided on this Educated, get it, by Bent Creek. It's darling, and of course he's sitting on a bunch of books, and I thought this would look really cute in my office at work since I work at a college. I just thought this would be really, really cute. This is 35 by 70, so it's not too big, and on our Zoom call, Lynn X Stitch. I'll link her down below, her Flosstube. She showed her fully finished. She finished it as a flat fold. It's really, really cute. And this chart is one that I believe my friend Andrea gave me a long time ago. So this will be fun to pull this out and work on it. And Bent Creek, I think, is the designer later in the fall. So if I don't get it done this month, which I won't because I'm only spending one day on it, then I can work on it whatever month it comes up again. So this will be my new start for April for literature, but I should be able to finish that this year. So it's kind of a wash. Does it really count as a new start? And then the acrostic this month, it's a long one. So remember the theme is literature. The acrostic then is bookmark. So it's 8 letters, which is a lot. And I didn't pull everything for each letter. But my B for bookmark will be Bayonne Cat. That's the Owl Forest embroidery one that I started with Jan Hicks last year. Was it last year? I can't remember. Maybe the year before. I don't know. Jan has already finished hers. My goal is to finish mine this year. There's still quite a bit to go, though. So I want to work on that. The 2 O's for bookmark is going to be my stained glass window piece. That's the one that looks like a piece of stained glass. It's in a just cross stitch March, April edition. And I'm stitching that for a friend. And the way I work it into the O is I'm stitching it for a friend, and the family that I'm stitching, well, I guess for a family, the family I'm stitching it for, their son, they have one son, and his name is Oliver. So I'm fitting it in that way. It's a bit of a stretch, but hey, it works. So that's for both of the O's, because I also wanted to do a new Easter start to be able to work on it on Easter. But I didn't really want to start because I'm starting so many new things this year. So I was like, you know what? The stained glass will work perfectly as like an Easter weekend piece. So I'm going to work on that over Easter weekend. Then the K, I'm going to work on Autumn Quakers for Karen Kluba, Rosewood Manor. And then M, I haven't assigned anything. I want to see what is called for WIPCO to see if I can work it into the M. I'm not quite sure yet with the M. And then the ARK for bookmark will each be Autumn Quakers, the A for Autumn, the R for Rosewood Manor, and the K again for Karen Kluba. So that's the acrostic goals. And then, as usual for April, I try to work on Cardinal Cottage and Cat Alphabet, each of my HAEDs, one evening, trying to get 3 hours in each month. There is a 24 hours of cross-stitch challenge near the end of April. My goal for this April will be just 15 hours over the weekend because that Saturday that the 24 hours of cross stitches is I'm going to see Hamilton, which I'm super excited about. So that's a good reason. So I won't be able to cross stitch that evening. That will take up the whole evening. So I'm dropping my goal down to about 15 hours. And right now I'm thinking I will do, I haven't figured it fully out yet, but spend some time on Princess Eliana, which is my Mirabillia, and spend some time on Narnia by Jan Hicks. And then I'm not quite sure what else I will work on that weekend. And then I'm thinking I'm going to start a new piece maybe for Earth Day, but I haven't quite figured that out yet either. So that's a lot coming up this month, another busy month, but it will be good. And I need to start my StitchCon small at some point. So I don't know if I'm going to fill all that in. I have it picked out. I just need to kit it up. And I'll share that like after the fact, after it's already been gifted and everything. So you won't be seeing that at all until, after June, after StitchCon. Okay, so what are we going to focus on this week? So this coming week, we will be working 2 more days on Autumn at Hawker Hollow, which I just showed. We're going to try to get block 3 done. Simon is up on the table. Don't worry, I do clean the table before I eat on it. And then I have the last Whip Go piece for March, which I need to work on, is Hoity Toity. That was what was called. So this is a Long Dog Samplers. This is what it will look like. And I'm using the Jan Hicks color conversion. It's on her website, madforyarn.com. I will also link that down below. And just so we can get an idea of our starting point here, this is where we're at. So we are about to turn the corner down over here. So this is as wide as it will be. Yes, buddy. So I'm not sure where I will work. I will probably kind of do more fill in over here to get page 3 done and work on bringing that border down around the other side. So that's where we're at. So that will get 12 hours and that will finish out our month of March. So that will be fun. Also in April, so I just learned this, but for the Focus on a Designer that Garon and Candy of the 614 Stitcher are kind of hosting, the Focus on a Designer for April was ink circles. I found out this morning on our Zoom call that it's also it could be also Long Dog. I have 1 ink circles that I just got, but I don't really want to start it yet because there's so many new starts. And on our Zoom call, I'm telling you, we came up with like 3 new starts in addition to what we already have. So, one of the new starts is HAED, Heaven and Earth Designs, has a Prince piece that is gorgeous, and we're going to start the mini at StitchCon because Prince's birthday was June 7th and StitchCon is just a couple days later. So we're going to do the HAED mini. It's called Purple Rain, and Rain is spelled R-E-I-G-N. The mini is only $12. So if you want to join us, that would be wonderful. I have to show you. Simon is just sitting right here on my notes, just chilling. So there's going to be a lot of new starts coming up. So I didn't want to start in ink circles, but then I found out they're also including Long Dog in that. So I might try to fit in some more work on Hoity Toity in April. I'll have to look at my calendar and see like where I can fit that in. Usually I like to do them on Sundays, but I'm not sure. if I'll have time with everything else and starting the StitchCon piece. There's just not enough time in the day. Anyway, so that's, oh, and then later this week, I'll start the educated. To start April off, we'll start with this. So that's what our plan is coming up. So yeah, I'm gonna go clean bathrooms, deep clean some bathrooms. Fun. I'm gonna deep vacuum the house, mop the floors, dust, all that good stuff. And I'm trying to get it all done today so that tomorrow I can just rest and relax and stitch. And then it's back to work this week. So we will all be back on campus. So I hope you have a wonderful week, everyone. Thanks so much for spending some time with me, and I will see you next week. Bye.